Hello, everyone. It's time to eat, drink, and be merry with your hosts, Lisa and Nancy.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Big Blend Radio's first Thursday Travel Tulare County show with the Sequoia Tourism Council. And Tulare County is in Central California. It is home to Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Parks, Giant Sequoia National Monument, Sequoia National Forest, and a wonderful group of communities and destinations that will make your visit memorable. Seriously, one of our favorite places to travel. Nancy and I love it there. I encourage you to go to the website, discoverthesequoias.com. Now, we love to talk about the big trees up in the parks and forest, and there's all kinds of other natural spaces to enjoy, and all of that makes you hungry. Well, Tulare County also happens to be an agricultural utopia. It also has incredible dining opportunities, all kinds of restaurants that you can imagine, eateries, from taco stands to Mexican restaurants to Italian food, farm to table fare. Obviously, there's farmers markets, festivals, all kinds of festivals. There's ice cream shops. There's everything, because when we talk agriculture, I believe they're the leading producer in dairy, citrus, and stone fruits, nuts, and berries. And they grow over 200 different crops. Now, we've got guests who may tell me I'm wrong, but over 200 different crops, and with the produce being shipped to over 75 countries around the world. Plus, they're leaders in dairy. So, there's cheese, milk, and ice cream, which is really important. And breweries, there's breweries too. Basically, if you want to have a really tasty, good time, you've got to go to Tulare County. So we've got some special guests joining us today. We've got Donnette Silva Carter. She is the CEO and president of the Tulare Chamber of Commerce. So you can go to tularechamber.org, and she is in the cow town where you'll have all kinds of good shopping, food, and ice cream. So welcome back, Donnette. How are you?
I am doing great, Lisa. Thanks so much for having us back. It's always a fun opportunity to get to chat and put a little spotlight on what we have here in Tulare County and the Sequoia region.
See, but we do work up an appetite in your area because there's so much to do. The parks, the forest, all the attractions, museums, festivals. Well, festival food is good too, right? We should touch on that. It's that time of year to go and pig out at the local fairs and festivals. So, and Donnette, was I right about 200 major crops in the area? Am I right about that?
I think it's actually a bit more than that, and I'd have to look it up. Actually, the latest crop report is being released probably as we speak. It's supposed to be coming out, and so we'll have some new numbers. I do know one of the things for sure is that we send a little over 90 crops internationally too, so that we export out. And of course, milk is our top crop. I know it doesn't, for people, as they say, it's a crop. Well, yes, milk production is a crop technically. And
you grow cows.
Yes, exactly. And so, yeah, we definitely are in the heartland of agriculture here in Tulare County. We normally, between us and a county to the south and a county to the north, we all rank 1, 2, and 3 in the world in ag production. So when you come here, you're definitely going to see all kinds of ag. And we have people who come all the time saying, hey, where can we find cows? Where can we find almond trees, pistachio trees, certain types of crops and animals that they want to see when they come to visit, in addition to all the trees and shopping and food.
Yeah, what I would say too is it's so exciting, the 4 seasons in Tulare County, and you have gentle seasons, unless you're up in the park, then you're going to get some snow and everything. But honestly, fall and winter. Fall is beautiful, beautiful weather, festivals, and winter. We've got all the magical events that are happening, the holiday events, and shopping. And so you can buy go to all the stores that have all the gourmet goodies and go eat at all the restaurants in between. But then, when spring comes, oh my gosh, this area is insanely cool. It's beautiful with all the nut trees and the stone fruit, all the flowers, the citrus, and so it really is pretty amazing to experience. So planning is you can't go wrong any time of year. But I want to bring our next guest, Suzanne Bianco, from Visalia, which is kind of a big city. Well, I'm sorry, it's just not a big city. It is a city, but it just feels like a awesome community to visit, and go to visitvisalia.com to learn more about Visalia. But it's the county seat, right, Suzanne? And welcome back.
Oh, thanks, Lisa. It's so nice to be here. Yes, it is the county seat, and maybe we like to say we have big city amenities, but keep that small town charm. So
yeah, that's the way to put it. Because it's like it's a city, but then I'm like, dude, it just feels so comfortable to walk downtown. I love your downtown. I think you've got one of the best city downtowns in the country, and the whole Tulare County as a whole. Each community is so unique, and I think that's the thing about Tulare County. Every single downtown has kept its charm, its history, its culture, its sense of place. And that goes with the food. Wouldn't you say, Suzanne, for your area, that even just the restaurants really do give you a taste of the people that live in I'm not talking cannibalism. I gotta watch how I said that, but you know what I mean? It gives a taste of the culture of the people that live there, work there, and then also the actual agriculture.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, this region, of course, all of these communities just have so much to offer with regard to that. The charming downtowns that are very pedestrian friendly, and I think the local people are very friendly and welcoming of everyone. So that's always really nice. Mm-hmm. And it's funny that you say getting a taste of the area. This month or in October, we have our taste events that we'll talk about maybe in a little bit. So.
Awesome. And you've you've got citrus in your backyard too, all kinds of farms in your backyard. But I want to bring our next guest on, Tina Rice from the Exeter Chamber of Commerce. She's the CEO there, and I encourage you to go to exeterchamber.com. Exeter has some wonderful restaurants, a beautiful downtown with everyone has murals. Like, listen, everyone has awesome downtowns. So I'm just saying, dining and shopping go hand in hand. It's the season to do it. But welcome back, Tina. How are you?
Thank you so much. I'm doing well today, and I'm just thankful that you do these types of shows, and especially about our region. We do have so much to offer when it comes to travel, tourism, things to do, but also, as was mentioned earlier, just the fact that we provide a lot of the food for the country, and it's a beautiful place.
And you've got mostly, like, if you go to Exeter, you're surrounded by orange groves. It's beautiful, and I just your Harvest Festival. I know that's coming up like real close, right? And it's what, how many, like over 100 years?
I think we're around, I've lost count. I should know this off the top of my head, but I think we're close to about 110, 112, somewhere in there.
That's crazy.
So
that's crazy.
It is. And yes, we have, the whole town is surrounded by orange groves, but we have a family-owned packing house in our downtown area with a small orange grove right here across from our office, and so that's pretty unique.
Wow. I want to go. I haven't done that yet. Nancy and I want to go hang out. I'll go do some packing. We're broadcasting this, recording this, I should say, from a farm, and all I know is I am so into farming now and going out and harvesting vegetables. I want to give a big shout out to every single farmer. I don't care what you're doing on the farm. All I know is it's hard work. And if people understood how much work goes into farming, whether it's the weather, whether it's, hey, get this bug off of that, and just even picking the fruits and vegetables, your fingers hurt. It is hard work, and my hat goes off to every single farmer in this country and in Tulare County, because you really do a lot of work, and I know how hard it is to even balance what Mother Nature is doing. So I think it's important that we as travelers, visit these communities that do supply our food, and try to go to places in those communities to learn more, whether it's a museum or an actual farm. If you can do a farm stay, go do it so we can actually understand. And once you get your hands dirty too, you'll have even a greater understanding. And when you taste it, when it's local and fresh, it's even better. So, and our next guest, Heath Jones, is the CEO and president of Dinuba Chamber of Commerce. And Dinuba is famous for raisins. And they just finished up their raisin festival that's been going for years. And you can go to their website, dinubachamber.com. So welcome back, Heath. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having us. Yeah, we just finished Raisin Day, and everybody keeps asking how I'm doing, and just that recovery after a festival of cleaning up everything and then restoring everything, and then just the celebration of what's transpired. It's been a good couple weeks.
That's awesome. And it sounds like you may need to go to one of the local breweries. I'm just saying, and just have a day off and play at a brewery.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying. I know Visalia has quite a few. I've been there. I've done that, and it's fun. I'm just saying, you may want to go. There's wine bars. There's all
We're
kinds
surrounded by good company for sure for that, 100%.
And if you go to, and we can talk about your food too. We'll get to that in a little bit. But I'm going to head over to Porterville, where you can get some amazing chocolate and beef jerky and awesome food too. And we're going to welcome Kristy Martin for the first time onto the show. She's the CEO and president of Porterville Chamber of Commerce. So you can go to portervillechamber.org. Welcome to the show, Kristy. How are you?
I'm doing great, Lisa. And I'm going to echo everybody else. It's really great to be here. And so I'm just really thankful that you've invited us on to share a little bit more about our area.
Oh, we're excited. Listen, we love your area, and Porterville, you have some good food, that downtown. The last time we were there, I think we had lunch at Fugazi's. Oh my gosh, it was divine, and hung out at Stafford Chocolates. You can't go wrong there. And you know what? We did not get to Plano jerky last time we were in town, but so we're going to have to do that next time. But that's a staple of Tulare County for sure. So glad to have you on the show. I know that we've got to move on here a little bit, because if we start talking about food, we could talk all day long, because look at the places we're talking about. I want to go to Tina with Exeter Chamber. I know you guys are getting ready for your festival, and you've got obviously, these orange groves around you, but you really also have a downtown with all kinds of dining. Is the Whistle Stop Cafe still running and going for breakfast? Because I remember having a really nice big breakfast there.
Yeah, it is, and it's just as delicious as it always has been. And like you said, we are getting ready for our fall festival. It is next Saturday. It's Saturday, October 8th. But honestly, the official or unofficial start really begins October 1st with our scarecrows that pop up all over town. So this is the 11th year that we have a scarecrow contest.
See, that I love that, because it really goes back to your roots of being an agricultural community, and your roots also tie back to grapes, right? Isn't that part of the Emperor grapes for Exeter?
And that is correct. In fact, our festival started as the Chrysanthemum Flower Show back in 1913. And one of our missions this year is to help educate about the history of the festival, the changes it's gone through. One of the changes that happened throughout the years is that it became the Emperor Grape Festival. So it spent a few years as that. And with our scarecrows this year, one of the mandatory requirements is that chrysanthemums had to be incorporated into that scarecrow display. And we're offering also, because there's voting, someone will win the scarecrow contest if you add elements of fall festival history into your scarecrow. We give bonus points for that.
Well, I want some bonus points. I want to come hang out with the scarecrows, especially got flower power in there. Tina, can you tell everyone a little bit of the downtown restaurant scene? Because I know we've gone to like the Whistle Stop Cafe. There's the Hometown Emporium. I mean, what would you say for someone coming into town? I know that you're the spot where everyone goes first, especially to get the maps for doing the mural tour of all the murals in the downtown. What would you say just for the type of restaurants? You've got awesome Mexican food too. Ooh.
We do. We have a lot of variety of food, including Mexican. Hometown Emporium is your sandwich and, where you can get plate specials. It is the place to see people and be seen. And then we actually have 2 French restaurants in our little town that are very popular. Whistle Stop Cafe, just incredible hometown food. We have a little bit of everything here. And so it's very hard when people come to us and ask, where's a good place to eat? our first question is, what are you in the mood for? And if they ever ask us what is our favorite place to eat, that's incredibly hard to answer.
I know, right? That's the beauty about all these communities in Tulare County. It's like, and I want to say to people going up to the parks and forest or Lake Success and all these different, Cahuilla Oaks Preserve, there's all of these natural areas to go to and parks and museums. You can pack a lunch too at a lot of these places, like Hometown Emporium will be one of those places you can go to and say, hey, can I have a packed lunch? Because listen, if you're going to climb Morrow Rock in the Sequoia National Park, you deserve the best lunch at the top of that rock because you did those steps and you did that hike. So take a really good lunch and go to one of the local, shops that do this and get it and make sure you have cookies. Because again, if you go to the top of Morrow Rock, you deserve cookies. So, and wine. But anyway, I didn't say that. Don't tell anybody. Well, thank you, Tina. Everyone, keep up with Exeter and learn more. Go to exeterchamber.com. I want to go over to Donnette over in Tulare because, she's got the Rosa brothers, right? Donnette?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Are you ready to talk milk and ice cream?
I want to talk about ice cream. I know people milk, but they've got flavored milk in there.
Yes, they do. They have chocolate, banana, strawberry. Of course, they have white milk. They have root beer milk. They have all kinds of ice cream flavors as well. You can go into their super cute shop that they have and, try it out. They offer the tastings, and then you can also pick up cheese and breads, chocolates from Stafford's Chocolates, which I don't want to steal Kristy's thunder. I know they're across the street from her in Porterville, but we also have them with a presence here because we have this shop there at Rosa Brothers, which actually features a lot of the bounty of the county. So they bring in all kinds of different products from throughout our county. You're going to find olives there too. You're going to find wines. You just are going to find everything that's here, including butters as well. So great place to stop, grab your ice cream, go and sit outside at the picnic table and enjoy your visit here in town. But Rosa Brothers ice cream and Rosa Brothers milk, they're the best.
That's the thing. And when you go, we were talking about, downtowns and everything. And Rosa Brother Nancy and I had a good time with you out on that picnic bench. And Priscilla, our sock monkey, loves it. But I love the fact that they carried everything local. But Tulare, I think, has one of the most unique restaurants, which is the Flying Taco. It's on L Street.
You
downtown.
Are right.
and you have a mural right down the road from that, which is the Salvation Army, which, by the way, that's how donuts became the American donut actually served our troops. And that's how it became this big specialty. And it was all through the Salvation Army that the American donut actually happened during World War II. And they have, I said, oh my gosh, it could be World War I. Now it could be messed up. But they have an awesome mural down there that actually recognizes this, and every time it's American Donut Day, I share the story of it and post that mural photo because it's like nobody else does that, but you guys do. So it's right by the Flying Taco. But anyway,
yes,
tell the Flying Taco. Yeah.
Yes, Flying Taco. It is truly, it's an airplane. And you can eat inside the airplane. They cook on the outside. There's a commercial kitchen available there. There's a whole outdoor eating area as well. But you can actually go inside and you have this historic airplane. And I forget how many years old it is, but it's pretty old. It doesn't go anywhere now. But let me tell you, it has definitely become very iconic in our community. People love to go. Their kids, of course, love it. It's a chance to get on a real airplane. Check it out. Enjoy some great Mexican food. Of course, the tacos are their specialty. And then just across from there too, and we were talking murals, there's another mural called The Elopement. And that is at Hazel's Kitchen, which is another one of our fine restaurants as far as local cuisine, very casual dining, wonderful salads and other sandwiches and meals that they have there. Plus, my favorite thing, Lisa, is that opportunity to shop because they have a lot of gifts available there. And especially during the holiday season, you can go upstairs and shop to your heart's content. And that's one of the things that I love about our communities that we have here in Tulare County. you get this wide array of very unique restaurant experiences, and you also get the unique shopping experiences too. So, I mean, we definitely have, in Tulare an outlet center. So we have a lot of those national brands that all of us know and love, but you're also going to find the unique boutique shopping as well, and a lot of antique shopping around this area too.
I love that. And down the street, from Hazel's is the Hedgerow Antiques. And listen, they have like gourmet popcorn in there that you really want. I'm just telling you. You've got the Portuguese bakery. We got to give a shout out to them, because that was an experience, one of our favorites, visiting the area. That's why I was talking about the different cultures. I wasn't talking about eating people, but eating and learning about the different cultures through food, because so many, when you go to Visalia, there's a museum there out of Mooney Grove Park, and you see this huge barn that showcases all the different cultures of people from Armenia to Mexico, right? It's actually quite a group that you wouldn't believe until you go there, of all the different people from all walks of life and all parts of the world that grow food in Tulare County. And so that's when good food is happening. And I think that is one of the coolest things. And that Portuguese bakery in Tulare, I did not know I had an education about all the different parts of Portugal, and this coffee does this, and this biscuit does that. And that coffee made me really awake for the rest of the day. I'm just saying.
It really is
espresso.
A great cultural experience. And again, that's something else that I think speaks of our region here in Tulare County, is because we do have, as you're mentioning, that blend of so many cultures, and that opportunity to go and to experience those cultures, whether it's at one of the restaurants, one of the delis, stores that we have for the shopping, or those cultural events that are happening all the time, year round. Definitely a lot of fun and great experiences here. I know when I travel, of course, you want to go to whatever the tourism kinds of sites are, but I like to experience the communities that I go into and visit. And to me, that's where you really get the richest experiences.
And Tulare, everybody, also is home to the International Agri Center. And this is also, there's a museum and a really cool place for kids to really learn about agriculture. So that's something you want to do there. And then also when you go to Tulare Outlet Center, because I know Donnette likes the outlets too, as well as a boutique shop. Anything to do with shopping, Donnette, it will be there. But there's the Outlet Center, which you have the Galaxy Theater. So you can have dinner at like Bravo Farms, which we love, and then go to the movies. So you have got amazing experiences. But I want to give a big shout out to Cool Hand Luke's, that steakhouse and saloon. I like that, right outside our hotel where we were staying at the La Quinta, Donnette, and we could just walk over and we were able to have whatever cocktails and not have to think about driving. And we could just we could crawl back to our room if we wanted, but we didn't. But it was so cool. That ambiance is so much fun at that restaurant. I want to go back.
And you are welcome to come back anytime. And I know we had such an enjoyable evening over there, and just great people who run all of these establishments. And Cool Hand Luke's, all kinds of steaks, one of the best bars, in town. A great place to hang out and to really, enjoy some wonderful food. They also have seafood as well. So really a pretty good offering of a variety of different kinds of things. And I also need to do a little shout out to La Piazza, fine dining for Italian food here in our community. And yes, and then when you guys come back, we're going to introduce you to a new business called Braised. And they put on some of the best presentations of the tastiest food. So you'll have to come and check it there. They have all kinds of American food and just the classiest presentations, and it all tastes wonderful as well. So we've got that as something new, and other new things that are coming to our community. So we're pretty excited about what's happening here. So lots of experiences in the city of Tulare, and of course throughout our county.
Awesome. Everyone, TulareChamber.org is the website to go to learn more. Thank you so much, Donnette. We're going to move on up to Visalia, or should I say, is it south? It's down and around. I don't know. All I know is my GPS always gets me to the right places sometimes. But Tulare County, you cannot go wrong. In Visalia, downtown, oh my gosh, the food experience from the farmers markets to the restaurants, some of the best food for sure. Suzanne, how many restaurants are in the, I know you've got more on the outsides too, but like the downtown hub, because you can stay in a hotel right in the downtown and just walk. I mean, that's one of the coolest things about Visalia is that you can
it is
walk downtown.
Yeah, absolutely. Very pedestrian friendly in this little core down here. It's a lot of restaurants. You're right. I don't know how many we have.
A lot.
You know, especially through COVID, we lost a few, but we've gotten some new ones that are pretty exciting. One of the newer restaurants that just opened is a place called Nash's Steakhouse, and it sort of has a little bit of a Las Vegas vibe and, kind of loose vibe, where they come to your table and they'll do a Caesar salad and make it right there at the edge of the table, and maybe even the bananas Fosters where they flambe the bananas. So that's really, so it has a little bit of a, sort of a entertainment value there, along with, some fantastic steaks and in a very fun, environment right here in downtown. So that's Nash's, brand new. We're excited about that.
Very cool. And you got breweries, the Sequoia Brewing Company. I had a good time there. Nancy and I did, and Nancy had to tell me it was time to go to the hotel before I ordered another beer, and it was naughty. But it's fun. It was such a fun atmosphere. I think that's a cool thing about these downtowns, when you can just, pop in from one to the other. You can go to a cantina, then go to a brewery, and then you're really glad that you do have to walk a little bit.
That's probably true. Yeah, there's a big brew scene here throughout the county. Actually, a lot of craft beers have been popping up around our county. So, a person that was interested in that could definitely do an ale trail throughout the county and have some great tasting beers. Another place that just recently opened up, sort of an homage to the history of Visalia, is Soccer City of 1852 Visalia. 1852 is when Visalia was incorporated as a city, and it is a 5-on-5 soccer venue. So it's a smaller scale indoor soccer format, but they also have a brewery and a tap room and a beer garden. So you can come and watch soccer, or you can come play soccer. You can do all sorts of fun things there. So it's a really exciting new addition to Visalia. They'll be airing the World Cup from there on a like a mega huge screen.
Dude,
so that's really
I love the World Cup.
Super
I'm so
exciting.
Excited about it. Listen, I'm excited. Just even like women's soccer, helped American soccer get on them. Don't even start me. Anyway, so it's cool. That is so cool about it, because that's the other thing. We have not really touched much on the sports facilities of Tulare County, because Tulare County is active. It's not just hiking and rock climbing and kayaking and all of those amazing things and boating. But you guys have some amazing softball and all kinds of things happening. And so we'll have to do that on another show. But you have sports bars. I remember going to a sports bar downtown Visalia too. The sports scene is big. And of course, if there's sports, there's going to be beer and there's going to be good food. So
right.
One thing I wanted to touch on is your farmers markets, because I remember going to farmers markets right in the downtown area. That seems to be a staple. Do they go through the fall and winter, or are they year round in Visalia?
Yeah, there are 2 farmers markets that are year round and a couple others that are seasonal only. The biggest market is on Mooney Boulevard, the Saturday morning farmers market. It's grown to, along with farmers, but there's also vendors that sell all sorts of different craft items, and there's food trucks. So it's really kind of a family event. You can kind of go and hang out for hours and scour the market for what's fresh and ripe in season, and also go and meet some local makers and visit the food truck. So it's a real fun thing. And then the Thursday night market in downtown is back, and it's a little bit smaller scale, but they're kind of growing. It's an organic farmers market. So really,
cool.
really exciting. People love to have that. So we get off of work and you can go over and pick up some fresh vegetables and fruits and for your weekend. So that's really fun.
And you can meet people who are connected to the food that are either the farmers themselves or people that are working on the farm, and they can tell you how to cook with them and what is this vegetable. I mean, how many times do you go to a grocery store and maybe you buy, like, this is it, you buy leeks, and then if you're not scanning it yourself and you go through a checkout and they're like, what is this? And you're like, what? How do you not know what a leek is? See, anybody who doesn't know what their vegetables are needs to go to Tulare County and go to the museums that teach you. Like the downtown, you have that awesome Imagine You museum in downtown Visalia. I love that museum. That's
oh
so
my
much
gosh, and
fun.
it's grown so much since you've been here last. They have a bunch of new exhibits. It's really grown. It's a really fun. I wish I was a kid again, because they have so many fun things for kids to do that are hands-on learning experiences, and some of it teaches them about agriculture and even cattle. It teaches them about water and the importance of conservation of water. There's musical instruments. There's lots of opportunity for imaginative play. There's even a room that's made, the walls are all glass, and the kids can go inside and paint all over the walls. It's a lot of fun.
That's cool. I love it because the kids learning about agriculture, food, and water, like you were saying. So on the other side of the coin, we do all kinds of interviews and cover topics, and some people go into like, well, farmers take all the water and all that. And of course, water is part of it, but I can guarantee you that farmers do not want to lose water because they want to be able to produce crops. And when you go to these communities and get involved and go to the events, meet the farmers, go to the museums and learn, I think that's important. I think one of the important places you have is Farmer Bob's World, where you really learn just how hard it is to be a farmer and just how much money goes in, what the water situation is like, how things are priced in you learn everything about nurturing that tree, that citrus tree, all the way to like, this is your orange juice, here's your orange, and you'll never look at an orange in a grocery store the same again if you have those experiences.
Yeah, pretty amazing. Farmer Bob has been a family farmer. His family has been on that particular property for almost 100 years now, so he knows the industry quite well. He's a commercial orange grower, but also felt it very important that, kids and families understand where their food comes from. So he makes a really fun environment for people to learn that process with wagon tours through the orchard, and everyone gets to pick an orange and learn that every single orange in every single market worldwide is picked by hand. Each orange is picked by hand, which is amazing. So, a lot of fun ways to learn about it and agriculture here in the one of the most amazing agricultural producing regions in the world.
Absolutely. And everyone, visit Visalia.com is a website to go to. She was talking about earlier, Suzanne was talking about they have all kinds of harvest events. There's always food events in these communities. So go to visit Visalia.com to keep up with that, and discover the Sequoias.com again. That website links you to all the communities, the parks, the forest. But we're going to move on. Thank you, Suzanne. We're going to move on to Dinuba, back to Heath, who again just finished the Raisin Festival. And that's something, Heath, that is part of this history. I think we always thought Fresno, because of maybe the TV show, was raisins and wine, but Dinuba really was. But you guys aren't really doing that as much anymore, right? The raisins, you're celebrating your heritage now.
Correct. Yeah, I think that Fresno definitely has the corner on the raisin market. We're not trying to compete with that necessarily, but the festival originated here in Dinuba in the early 1900s, and
wow,
which is it's kind of incredible. And I think they took a few years off at one point, and then they brought the Raisin Day Festival back. But we've been going strong for over 100 years. With that festival, so it certainly is part of the culture and history of Dinuba, and that is very alive and proud, especially during the festival.
Well, I know Dinuba is going through some expansion too, with industry wise, and so that means more people. Which means if you have more people, you have to have more restaurants. And I know the last time you were on the show, I told you it's like the first time that I had really good samosas in this country. And it was at the, oh my gosh, please. It was like the New York Pizza. That's it. And
New York
pizza shop to get samosas.
So good.
Seriously.
Yeah, it is super, super good. And not only like do they have great food, but they're very supportive of the community.
Oh, they're sweet
Is
people.
one of my
Yeah.
favorites. Yeah.
Yeah. And now you've got the golf course too, Ridge Creek, and isn't that like part of it for dining? Like Tulare has an awesome golf course. By the way, golfing is a good thing to do in near Porterville. Porterville has one. Tulare, I'm thinking Dinuba, Visalia. Visalia has golf courses. Have we done
Oh,
golfing?
Yeah,
Yes,
Valley
there
Oak
is
Golf
golf
Course.
course.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right.
mhm.
That's right. I've seen it. Yeah. So golfing, it's not, a lot of people are talking about that, what's happening with golf. Well, it's having a shift, and some of them have disc golf, foot golf, all kinds of things going on. So to me, I don't golf. I have tried, and you can look up my YouTube, Lisa's first golf lesson, just type it on YouTube, and never talk to me again, because you won't want to talk to me again after you see that, because it's really bad, because it looks like I'm trying to need the teacher. I had a PGA champ teach me how to golf. Poor guy. He went through it. But
No, we love Ridge Creek. It's a great
it's
facility in our community for sure.
but you don't have to be a golfer to go have dinner there and watch the sunset. The sunsets there are awesome to go and have dinner and enjoy
Yeah.
it. You know?
Yeah, very,
That's
very much so. And their desserts are great. And then they are kind enough to host our 4th of July celebration every year. So that's where we set off fireworks for the community each year. There's a ton of stuff going on. I think they have some like pop-up events throughout the year. They have like wedding shows and some other things that happen at the facility. So it's definitely more than just golf.
And one thing I wanted to talk about is your museum. And because we were talking about the history of agriculture, I would say that really connects, as a newcomer into a community, as a traveler. If you go in these museums, you may not know all the people on the walls that are represented, but you can get their stories and understand how much work they put into that land. And I think your museum really showcases that.
Yeah, Alta Historical is gorgeous, and it's located in our downtown area, which is just an asset to us all. And then we have a chili cook-off that's happening on the 8th of October at Alta Historical that we're participating in. I think we got third place last year, so we're looking for that first place medal this year. But the people that are involved with the historical museum, they put so much love and care into that facility. The rose garden there is gorgeous.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's just
Oh my gosh.
absolutely, yeah, it's just stunning. It's probably one of my favorite facilities to have events at, 100%.
And also Naylor's Organic Farm. I love that piece of property, and just the peaches. There's nothing like a fresh peach. I'm serious, like right off the tree and into your mouth. And can it be peach season again? I'd like to go back. Maybe they could make
Just
peach
the
brandy for us all.
connection they have. Yeah, just the connection they have with our community is insane. Like, these are just two older, this is an older couple, and they help out with everything in the community. They're involved in so much. They've got the bed and breakfast. They've got the You Pick Ranch there, so people can go and pick their own produce. And then like, she will call me and say, we have people coming from Asia to come and stay at our bed and breakfast to be closer to the trees. And then I think she had a tour group from Japan last year that they were here to go to tour the packing houses. And I thought that was so interesting that people from Japan would come all the way here to tour our packing houses. But it was just really cool.
I think that is awesome, because there's a connection, and I think the world has to work together food wise. Otherwise, we're not going to survive, and I think with climate change, no matter what believes what and where, the world is changing, the climate is changing. And the more we can work together, and you guys are the leading, one of the leading places in the world that, people are going to come and learn, but to share knowledge is one way we can all work together to ensure we have food. And, do it, with taking care of water and, taking care of the land and the soil. And farmers are always working on that. And I think that's the important thing. And these farm stays like Naylor's Organic Farm, Bob's Farm, also you can go stay in the Hummingbird Cottage, which we've done. It's fun. It's like you are transported into like a farm from the 30s. Like it's a whole other experience. And when you stay on a farm, that's one of the best things ever, because you really get to understand. You go to the museum, stay on the farm, go to the farmers markets, go to the festivals, and then go to the shops that have them, and the farm to table restaurants, and then also the different cultures. I mean, it's amazing. And you have downtown in Dinuba, you have it's M&Ms. Like I always think of the M&M chocolates, but it's awesome.
Me
One
and
of the best
Martha's.
Mexican. Yes,
Yep.
I keep going M&Ms. Yeah. Awesome Mexican food. I just remembering
Yeah.
that's awesome. And
In
I love it that,
general, the Mexican food here is amazing. Like genuinely, I've traveled all over the United States, and like absolutely some of the best like Mexican food I've ever had.
and also most of the restaurants are family owned. That's the thing,
Correct.
It's these family restaurants. So when you go, you're supporting a family that's working their butt off to, serve you. So I think, again, Tulare County is one of those places that just hasn't sold out. Can I just say that? And I'll just put that as a headline. Tulare County never sold out. You know what I mean? Because other places build up and forget their heritage. And I don't think you guys have. So everyone, DinubaChamber.com is the website to go to for Dinuba, but we got to go to Porterville, and Porterville with Kristy. Go to portervillechamber.org. Kristy, I hear that the casino's opening soon in your neighborhood.
Absolutely. So they're actually having a relocation. So they're coming down from more up in the Springville area, and they're going to be moving out to where our airport is, and we have the city sport complex out there. And the really cool thing about that is it's all along the mighty 190. So our Highway 190 runs all the way from 99 out into Tulare, runs through that Dairyland, and it runs all the way up to the Sequoia National Forest, up through Springville, through Porterville, and, it goes all through Camp Nelson and all of our little communities up there. So I think that that's going to be a really great thing for any of our travelers, for our community. So the casino is going to have gaming. They're going to have several restaurants. They're going to be putting in a sports bar and grill, a coffee house. So we're really excited to see that project come to completion, which should be in the next few months. They'll be opening. And then
we had
phase 2
dinner there, which was amazing. I mean, their dinner, like in the steakhouse, was incredible. It was absolutely incredible. And the cheesecake was even more exceptional than anything. Just saying,
Yes.
It was really good. It was good.
Yes, they have wonderful food. So we're really looking forward to that and having them a little closer to town. So, on my lunch break, I can jog over there.
Uh-oh. Check this out. Yeah, I'm with you, girl. I'll go hang out with you. Yeah, that's it. Well, downtown, you have just such a charming downtown, and lots of shops and boutiques and art galleries, the art association out there too, and murals. Fugazi's was one of the newer restaurants we went to the last time we were in Porterville, and I love it because it was upstairs, and you can have a view of downtown depending on where you sit, and their food was exceptional, and the decor, it's snappy, it's cool. I liked it out there.
Yes. Yes, it is a beautiful place. We actually just had a luncheon there recently, but it is one of our only places in town that has upstairs dining. So yeah, you definitely want to try to get a window seat, especially if you're right in the evening at dusk. It gives you a beautiful view of our downtown just as all the lamps are coming on, and it's just really makes for a peaceful dinner.
And then of course Stafford's. I mean, Stafford's is the icon.
Is a staple.
Yeah,
I'm like, Stafford's is a staple. If you are here,
everybody wants their ooey gooey bar. Come on. I want one.
Yes, the ooey gooey bars. They have wonderful pumpkin truffles right now. They're right across the street from us, so it's like we have to make ourselves stay out of it. We're like, do we want a chocolate today? And they have coffee, so it's a really great place to just go. You can get a coffee, you can get chocolate, you can hang out. And then we also have another newer coffee house that opened up that's downtown area called the Mud House. That's another really great experience. You can go get a coffee. They have wonderful baked goods, but it's really the atmosphere. They have, fun couches and seating. So it's a really great time to just meet up with somebody, go sit, enjoy a coffee, catch up. And what I really love about our downtown, though, is we have a wide variety of food. And I think I'm hearing that of each of our areas, that it's not, just one type of cuisine. We have a new Vietnamese restaurant that's going to be opening in a few months. We have a teppanyaki and sushi bar, Nam Lanka. So you can sit right around, the big tables, and you can watch the chef cook the food right there.
Oh, wow.
Of course, they make it fun. Yeah. We have Italian, so we have Don Vino's Fugazzi's. You want a burger and fries, a salad. We have the Vault. We have Landing 13. We also have Taco Truck Cantina. That's a newer Mexican restaurant that is here on our main street too. So you really have a lot of options within just a short space. So it's really nice.
And what about in regards to events? How's Porterville on that? I know that you have the Iris Festival that's been, it's celebrating that agricultural heritage for years. I know, it's Sutton's has moved on, but the festival has kept going. Is that a good place time to come out and taste some, good fair food? And come on, who doesn't want kettle popcorn? Come on, like I do.
Yes. Yes. You
And
know
a
what?
funnel
Our
cake.
Iris Festival. Yeah, our Iris Festival is a community staple, and so that'll be happening again in the spring. We usually hold that in one of the last weekends of April, and so that's a great opportunity as well to check out. We have so many vendors in our area, too, that have wonderful food. We have somebody who does churros. We have somebody who's doing shrimp and I think it's shrimp tacos. We have snow cones, kettle corn. I mean, you name it, we have a vendor out there for it. And then, of course, there's our vendors selling their homemade crafts. And it's an event that the community really looks forward to. We have stuff out there for kids, face painting, usually different activities for them to do. So I know our community really looks forward to that. And we're hoping in the spring to also be kind of rebranding it again to our local agriculture. We're still talking about what that might look like. Do we want to highlight our sequoias? Do we want to highlight some of our farming? Pistachios are huge in our area right now. So we're kind of looking at that, but we're really excited to be kind of revamping that after COVID and bringing it back better than ever.
It's so exciting right now. I'm probably one of the most giddy. I know I'm not, but I feel like I am the most giddiest person about things getting back to normal. We just put out our Vacation Station magazine, and everyone, if you go to blendradioandtv.com, you'll see it there. And the magazine, features the sequoias for fall and all these different destinations. And I was able to start putting events in the magazine. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy. People are out doing things again. They're eating, they're shopping, they're seeing music, they're seeing performances, they're seeing art again. It's like, it's so exciting to see things come back to some kind of normal, whatever normal it is. I know people are we have to be careful still with COVID and everything. And, I always want to say, people, please go to the websites. I know I rattle them off on shows all the time. But really check websites, make a call before you go if you're concerned. And, if you're concerned, wear a mask, or don't, whatever you want to do. But always, take a look at what's going on in the community, because things do change. But I mean, things are back, baby. So it's exciting. And I'm glad to hear about Porterville. Porterville is just one of the first places we started covering in Tulare County, and is near and dear to our hearts, and you have awesome chocolate and jerky and just a cute downtown, and also oranges. Isn't that still a big thing too for your area?
It very much is. Yeah, very much is. We have a lot of citrus, a lot of packing houses in our area, kind of on the outskirts of town. So we really do have a very rich agriculture in this whole area and all of Tulare County.
Yeah, everyone go. I mean, and go to the shops, because they everybody kind of, if you want local things, new things that you aren't getting on Amazon, go something that nobody else has, go downtown in these communities. So the main website again is discoverthesequoias.com, and that will link you to the parks, the forest, and also to all the different community websites, especially the ones we've talked about today. So Porterville again is portervillechamber.org, Dinuba is dinubachamber.com, Exeter is exeterchamber.com, Visalia, visit visalia.com, and Tulare-Chamber.org for Tulare. But again, just go to discoverthesequoias.com. We're here every first Thursday on Big Blend Radio, celebrating this amazing area because there's just so much to see and do. And of course, keep up with us at bigblendradio.com. I want to thank you all for joining us and for keeping our audience informed of what to see and do and taste in Tulare County. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us. Have a great